Okay. Uh, hey. Okay. Hey. Okay. Well, this is my first live. My name, Sunflower Samurai. This is my platform. I just want to use it to. I really want to use it just to talk about just things I'm passionate about more so. Right now, really, man, what I'm really focused on is just just following my heart, man, following my passions. Um, just coming to a place where just coming into a place now where I'm really starting to realize how much I've had to fight through just to really be myself, just to really be who I am. And I think that I found that a lot of growing up, a lot of getting older and growing up really revolves around having to unlearn so much. And I think that as a person you can go through so much to where you lose so much of yourself. Think about when you're a kid, and your parents are telling you, no, don't do this, don't do that. But as a kid, you have this inner need, um, this inner detective to want to know how the world works. You want to explore, you want to figure things out. So you go about doing what's really natural and innate to you, and you have people stopping you. You have people wanting to spank you, wanting to scold you for doing things. And we grow up being told what to do so much to where it just kind of beats the creativity out of us in so many ways. And I think that's been and I think life has a way of doing that to you as well. Life just it has a way of just beating all the joy out of you. um, Things that you love to do, maybe, for example, like myself, like art. I used to do a lot of art. uh, I think over time I just lost the passion for it, man. I feel like I just got so drained with just the responsibilities of life, the responsibilities of just paying bills and just keeping up with personal affairs. You just seem to give all the good parts of yourself away. And I want to know if there are individuals out there who can relate and who are on that same path to just wanting to kind of rekindle that flame and restore those parts of you that really mean something to you, that really matter. You understand? And it's so important to just be who you are. It's so important to uh, just to embrace the journey. We wake up, many of us wake up every morning just hating what we do, hating who we've become, because there's this inner voice inside of us telling us that, man, there's more, way more out here. There's so much more out here, man. And this can't be all that life is. Chasing the bag, running up and down the street, nearly getting killed in traffic just to go sit in the cubicle for 8 hours and come home tired, lethargic, no interaction with kids, partners, no time for any self care. Yeah, man. If well, the one thing that I'm really mindful of now is to really make a distinction between my actual voice, the one that rings in my heart, and the voice of my previous teachings, the voice of all my past teachers, my mother, my father, personal experiences, bad interactions I've just had with random people. Being able to distinguish between those two voices is of utmost importance for me right now at this time. Allowing myself to be vulnerable, allowing myself to be open enough to clearly hear what my heart is telling me to do. Um, Live streaming and uploading, starting a platform, that's something I've always wanted to do. I never had the courage to do it though. I always felt like, wow, this is this is so the last thing that I would do. But I just want to turn over a new leaf, man, and I just want to give myself a chance to just express myself. I never express myself. I don't talk to anybody. I don't have friends. I don't have intimate, close relationships. I don't know if that's a weird thing, or I don't know if that's just a me thing. But I don't have close knit relationships. I desire relationships, though. I definitely desire relationships. But I think uh, one of the challenges for me when it comes to just having relationships and being able to maintain relationships, I think for me has always been, it's always come back to me really understanding myself and understanding what it is that I want, and understanding more of what it is that I truly need. What kind of partnerships, what kind of relationships I truly need, and I'm in that place now where it's a lot more clear. So I'm very open to build and willing to talk to anybody and work with anybody. Um, yeah, this is yeah. So I think doing this is a really good thing for me. I'm glad to do it, and shit, even if there's nobody in the room, there doesn't have to be anybody in the room. No one even has to watch it. I just want to do it. I do. Definitely thankful. Personally, I've always been passionate about, and that's the funny thing. As a kid, I've always been passionate about people. I've been passionate about working with people, chopping it up with people, actually getting to the heart of people, really connecting with people in a genuine way. I think that's why it was so hard to have relationships early on, man, because I was always so serious, and I was always like, if someone came to me with an issue or a problem, like, I was trying to get to the heart of it. I was trying to get to the bottom of that shit. Like, I wanted to know, like, How can I help? How can I be of service? Like, bro, what do I need to do? Like, do I need to pull out my tarot cards? Do I need to, like, what do I gotta do? Like anything, and I will always be that individual who would really get into the mud with you and really, kind of walk with you, take that walk with you, and just give you my best, at least give you the best that I know how. Um, and a lot of people weren't like that, man, and so it always turned into relationships where I would be giving so much of myself, man, and I would not get so much back in return. And I had to learn early on, to kind of pull back and understand how much of myself to give sometimes. Um, yeah. Yeah, but I am passionate about people. I'm passionate about helping people, and I have a unique skill set, so to say. I'm very spiritually gifted, very spiritually inclined. I've always have been. That's always been something that I've been the most passionate about, actually. Spirituality, because it was me. It was actually the real me. It was something that I didn't have to really try to do. Like some cats can play basketball, some cats can play football, some cats can draw. I can draw too. I'm definitely a dope artist. I can do a lot of art. I'm very artistically inclined. My mind is abstract like that. I'm into music too. Um, but some people are gifted in different areas of life and they don't have to try. And I think for me, it was spirituality. That was something that, I didn't have to fake. I didn't have to pretend like I was somebody I wasn't. I was always, a very spiritually inclined individual. And that's something that I didn't necessarily know how to share with people because I didn't, I didn't want to come off weird. And the more I tried not to come off weird, it would just get weirder. I would come off extra weird, like trying not to be weird. And it just, oh man, if you can relate, you can relate. Um, but yeah, spirituality is probably the number one thing that I've always been passionate about. And that's something, like I said, I never had to pretend. I never had to pretend to be that. Um, and that may be the foundation of maybe just hopping on here, maybe just chopping it up about spirituality and maybe sharing spiritual experiences and maybe just create a small group or community based on just really helping each other walk this thing out called life, each of us being connected by common spirit, yet having our own individual paths. And whatever your path is your path. And it's always best to stay true to your path because you know what your path is. And something within you knows how to walk it out. They may not know all the details, but something in you innately knows how to walk it out as your genuine self, as your true self. As far as spirituality, I grew up in a Christian household. I grew up in a Christian household, read that Bible back and forth and back. Man, mastered that thing. I understand it fully. Still to this day, I understand that book. I can tell you all about that book. I'm proud of that book too. I'm thankful for it. Although that's not, Christianity is not something that I necessarily, I, I don't necessarily follow it, but I'm definitely adept to it. I'm adept to the culture. I know all about, uh, the Baptist faith. I know all about the Pentecostal Church and God in Christ. I've been introduced to all these things. I know all about uh, being filled with the Holy Ghost, laying on of hands, and you know, been there and done that. My hands still light up on fire. My feet too. Everything, is still there. The power is still present. All of it's there. I think I just came to the conclusion, um, and all of us in our time, we come to certain conclusions, but I came to the conclusion, indefinitely that, Christianity was not the end all be all. It was a good start in spirituality for me, though. Christianity introduced me to spirituality. Spirituality is the ocean. Christianity, in my experience, in my unique experience, Christianity is just a drop of water, a single drop within the ocean of spirituality. Spirituality is a deep ocean. All these faiths and these beliefs are just drops in the bucket. I promise. And that was what I had, and I found out in my time, and you will find out in your time too if you are a spiritual seeker. If you are someone who is spiritually inclined as well, you will also come to those same conclusions. There are many of us who have gone back to some of the faiths and beliefs and some of the workings of our ancestors, whether that be hoodoo or, Ifa, Ishe, Lukumi, things like that, things of that nature. Many people are going back to those nature based beliefs, as I myself have. I've gone back to a more nature based, centered, belief system myself, man. It's amazing what's happened over the years, and how certain things had to get exposed in order for things to fall away. And I think the blinders are off right now. I think many people are coming to, a lot of wild conclusions about what we've been taught. And I think that the major conclusion that we've all come to and are still coming to is that what we have been taught a bunch of lies. We've been taught a bunch of lies, and I think I think it is what it is. It's one of those things. I think the blessing is in just coming to the realization that you have an opportunity to start fresh, to start from a clean slate, and to you really do research for yourself, and just listen to your heart and really explore what's calling you. Give yourself an opportunity to just really be free from whatever you've been told, whatever you've been taught. Allow yourself to question what if. Be a pirate, be adventurous. Allow your heart to lead you, allow your heart to guide you. You can't go wrong. And I think that's the one of the major conclusions that I'm coming to as well. But that's easier said than done. Breaking those habits, breaking our training, getting out of our own way, allowing ourselves to just be. Well, I hope that this video, finds the right people. I hope it can encourage you to just walk your own path. And I hope that this video also can encourage you to know that, man, there's other people out here as well who uh who've been through it, who've been through the fire, and who are going through the fire, and who are on this journey as well. So I'll definitely be doing more of these, and I'll give this another try, and I'll keep going. I think that maybe I'll make this more of maybe a spiritual journey talk platform, and we can just have fun with it. I think it'll be dope. Hey, we'll see. Hey, I appreciate everybody. I thank you so much.